Hey you guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be trying out a new foundation, which is one that you guys have been asking for me to review for a little while now. Just a little while. It is of course the new Makeup Revolution foundation. It's called the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I picked this up the other day and then I also got sent this from Revolution themselves. So thank you guys so much. But inside, oh god, it's like exploded. Inside they sent over more foundations, so I've got a few different shades. So 2 more foundations. We also have the new supersized concealer, which is the same as the original concealer, but like 3 times the size or something. So I've got that, and then they also sent over a contouring shade as well. So I'm sure you guys all know how these things work. Today, I'm just going to be popping this on my face, doing my usual kind of makeup routine, and I'm going to be wearing this for as long as I possibly can, give or take. Today, it is currently a little bit later in the day. It's currently 2:30. I do have a long day ahead of me though. I'm going to be going out. I've got laser. So I'm going to be getting my bits blasted today, which will be fun. I'm then going out into town with Ollie, having a coffee, taking a few pictures. So we'll see how this looks on camera as well. Then I've got a meal tonight and then I'm probably just going to be filming for the rest of the evening. So realistically, I'm probably going to be having this foundation on my skin for around 8 to 10 hours or so. So without further ado, let's get it on my face. So I just went ahead and got all the information up on my phone about the foundation. So there are 24 shades, which is pretty good. And inside this is 23 ml worth of product. Normally, you tend to get around 30 ml for foundations, give or take. And this guy is £9. So obviously, it is a drugstore foundation. It's not like the cheapest drugstore foundation, but it's definitely like very, very reasonably priced. The shade I picked up for myself online is 8.5, and then Revolution also sent me number 8 and number 7 as well. So we've got a few little shades to play with. So the Superdrug website says that it's lightweight yet buildable, and it's designed to suit every skin type and tone, oil-free yet creamy and comfortable formula, dries down to a long-lasting demi-matte finish. Demi-matte. I like demi-matte. It also says it has a real skin finish. And then yeah, on the bottle it says full coverage foundation. Don't know if you guys can see, but my skin isn't looking like its usual self at the moment. I have got a few blemishes purely because I haven't really been sleeping. And that's kind of taken its toll on my skin. So I'm all about coverage today. When am I not? So let's give this a go. So this guy I believe has a doe foot, which I'm actually really into. I know some people are a little bit funny about doe foots, but I find them really, really easy to apply. I haven't actually heard much about this foundation. I haven't watched any reviews or anything like that. I've seen a few people mention a few things on social media, and a lot of people are saying that they love it. So I've got high hopes for this guy. So like I said, I've got the shade 8.5. My fake tan is kind of wearing off a little bit, so we'll see what that looks like. That actually looks like it could work. So I guess I'm just going to go straight in. So as far as what I've already got on my face, I've just gone ahead and used my everyday moisturizer. I haven't primed or anything like that because I don't usually tend to prime that often anyway for like an everyday look. So let's try this guy out. What is this piece of hair doing? Get back over there. Okay. I'm going to try and do like half of my face first so we can see what the coverage is like. That color looks pretty good. It's yellow, but not like too yellow. The smell doesn't really have a very strong smell actually at all. It just, oh god, I just spilt that on my trousers. It just kind of smells like a foundation. So today I'm just going to be using a buffing brush. This is the Iconic London buffing brush. It comes in like one of their sets. Let's see what kind of coverage this gives me, baby. Oh, that's actually a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. I was looking at that thinking this color was going to be too dark for me, but it's actually a little bit too light. It's blending out easily. Like, it's not too thick or anything like that. Ollie and I are currently babysitting a bee. We saved a bee and it's currently in my kitchen next to me, just like having some sugar, having a rest, and every so often it just keeps like getting up and buzzing and then going back to sleep. So if I keep having to do cuts, it's because I'm tending to a bee. Literally every day here there's like a new animal that I've like adopted. 1 minute it's a seagull, next minute it's a bee. Okay, yeah, that's definitely more full coverage when you do 2 layers. And it doesn't look any more, like it doesn't look thicker or anything actually on my skin. This really isn't the right colour for me, which I'm actually really surprised at. Or maybe it is. Maybe it will be like by the time I've bronzed up. But I was really expecting that to be too dark. Okay, if I'm patting, I find it works better and it does give more coverage. Like I find if I'm If I buff it, it does kind of leave like slight little brush marks on it. But if I kind of pat and buff at the same time, it seems to look a lot better. Okay, so that's obviously the before, that's the after. You can tell it has evened out my skin a lot, especially like under my under eyes, because I have got some dark circles going on right now, have got a little bit of redness from a few spots, and it has just kind of evened it all out. Like, I look insane right now because my skin is literally just like one color, but that's kind of what you want from a full coverage foundation. You want it to literally just like block everything out. So actually, that mirror's the wrong way. Yeah, the more I look at that, the more I actually like it. It's not something I've fallen in love with straight away. This, I'm like, you know, I like it. I'm not blown away by it yet. Who knows how it will wear. But it does look good. Like, the more I'm looking at it, maybe by the time, obviously, I've got the rest of my makeup on, I will like it more. But yeah, the more I'm looking at it, the more I actually think, you know what, I quite like that. I feel like it looks good on camera as well. It's got like a little bit of a glow to it. I just stabbed my nail in my face then. It's got a little bit of a glow to it, like you can see on my cheeks where it's hitting the high points. But it is more of like a matte finish. Doesn't look cakey. Doesn't look overly makeup-y, if that makes sense. But it does have coverage. Does definitely have coverage. All right, now we should probably go ahead and even myself up a little bit. So what I'm actually going to do is just take a sponge. This one is from Pure. I want to say it's from Pure. I use it all the time. I love it. So I'm just going to apply it with a sponge so we can see how it applies with a brush on this side, with a sponge on that side, see if it makes any real difference. So again, I'm going to do like 2 layers like I did before. Try and like recreate the little pattern that I had on my face. Cover that up. See ya. Oh, I got an itch. I got an itch on my face. I'm just going to scratch it with my doe foot. Oh yeah. So again, just going to apply that with a sponge. Ooh, I feel like it's giving me more coverage that way. Like, instantly off the bat, I'm a little bit more excited about how it's applied on this side now. Yeah, this seems more my kind of jam, which is weird because normally I like to apply my foundation with brushes, just as like a general thing. When in doubt, I always go for a brush. But this, let me like get my mirror. There it is. But like this, straight away, seems to look better with a sponge. Yeah, that's way better with a sponge. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I feel like that actually looks like a similar coverage to that. And I've only used 1 layer. Okay, let's finish this side up. Like, so much more coverage. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's fully blocked me out even more on this side. Gotta say, we've got quite a lot of foundation on my face right now, but I don't really feel like I've got much on my skin at all. I feel like I've maybe got like a tinted moisturizer. That's what it kind of feels like. I mean, whenever you put foundation on, you're always going to feel like you got something on your face, but it doesn't feel heavy whatsoever, especially on this side where it has set, because obviously this side it is still wet. Yeah, I really can't feel that on my skin at all, to be quite honest. Yeah, I like this way more with a sponge. So my recommendation is try it with both, obviously, but if you don't like it with a brush, try it with a sponge because it seems to apply a lot better. So this side has obviously now set. I did have a few minutes in between applying like the other side because I was tending to my B, who I now can't find. Have noticed some creasing here, but that's not too much of a big deal because I always crease around my mouth anyway. And also we haven't set it in place or anything. It does look a little bit creasy though, I'm not going to lie. Like just around my nose, around my mouth, under my eyes. Normally foundations don't crease that much on me straight away. But I'm just going to go ahead and kind of buff out all those edges. But yeah, like around my nose and mouth, I don't know if you guys can see on camera if I relax my face. There and there. It's just quite a heavy crease and also looks a little bit kind of like, not patchy, but kind of creased and kind of blotchy right in the corner of my nose. This side at the moment, no creasing under my eyes or anything, a little bit around my nose, nothing major. But apart from that, I do like how it looks on my skin, like especially around here and on my forehead. It does look really nice. Definitely is more of like a demi-matte finish, as they say. It's like matte finish, still a little bit of a glow though. So I'm actually warming to this foundation a lot more than I thought I would. Because when I put this on, I was like, fast-based is way better. Still think I prefer fast-based, but this is I'm warming to this is what I'm trying to say. So next, just to make sure I am super on brand, I'm going to use the Conceal and Define Supersized Concealer. I have used this many, many times before. I actually did a full video dedicated to this concealer when it first came out, but I want to try out the supersize because, I don't know, I like the fact that it's bigger. I think it's good that they actually did do a bigger one because the other concealer, this size here, does run out a lot quicker, especially if you wear a lot of makeup like I do. So I'm just going to go under my eyes with that. And this is actually a different color than what I normally use, I think. I use like C6, possibly. But this is C7. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that in using my sponge again. Oh, that color actually seems to work quite well on me. I think I actually prefer that to the one I was using before. Okay. I look absolutely bonkers right now, but I do actually really like how that looks. Really, really prefer it on this side. This side, I'm just a little bit like the creasing, and I don't know, there are a couple of like creases, a little bit of like patchiness around there. I'm just like, I don't know. I still like it on this side. I like it a lot more on this side. Just seems to look a lot more seamless. Doesn't look as cakey at all. Like this side looks like I've got 2 layers of foundation on. This side just looks like a full coverage foundation. So yeah. This side is definitely the winner so far. All right, so this is what the foundation looks like on my skin straight away, no powder or anything like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, do the rest of my makeup as I normally would, and I will check back with you guys in a second. All right, guys, so makeup is on, looking a lot different than I was a second ago. Thank God for like lashes and brows. So this is what the foundation looks like on, and let me just get my mirror. I really like how it looks now that I've put everything on. I actually feel like it's one of those foundations that the more you wear it, the more it kind of sinks into your skin and it kind of works with the oils in your skin. Because now I feel like it looks a lot better than it did like 5-10 minutes ago. Still is a little bit of creasing around my mouth. Under my nose, it does look a little bit cakey and like a little bit kind of creasy almost. But over like the rest of my face, it does look pretty damn good. It's covered everything up nicely. It's got like a nice finish. It's set really easily as well, so I didn't need too much powder, which I like because you know what I'm like when I wear a matte foundation and a powder. It's like cake city. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it looks. Still definitely prefer this side over this side, so I really do like applying it with a sponge a lot more. Yeah, happy with how it looks. I'll make sure I do like a few little cutaways or whatever so you can see how it actually looks on my skin. It is now currently 4 o'clock. I did just have some food. So what I'm going to do is just go off for the day and we'll see how it wears. So see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so I've had this makeup on now it was around about 4 o'clock when I had it on, so around about 7 hours or so. And I'm not liking it at all, really. It doesn't look that bad on camera, but Ollie, what did you say it looked like? Ollie's doing some weird dance in the corner of my eye. What did you say this foundation looked like?
It's like cracked, dry mud.
So, like, it's cracked around my mouth. It's gone really, really patchy. Oh, my God. In these lights, it actually looks insane. Oh, I've got a cat hair on my face. It's gone kind of, like, powdery on my forehead. Under my eyes, it literally has aged me by, like, 20 years. It's so cracked under my eyes. And I set all of that in place with my usual powders. That cat hair just will not go from my face. There we go. But yeah, like, I don't know if you guys can see the creasing here, which is pretty bad. Foundations always crease on me because I've got smile lines like most people. But this is like a full-on divot in the side of my face. Chin, it has kind of worn off a little bit. On my nose, I actually have no foundation on the end of my nose right now at all. And I've never had that with a foundation ever. Like, foundations always stay on my face. I don't have overly oily skin or anything like that. But this is like completely rubbed off like the end of my nose here. Like I said, under eyes is creased. Here it just looks very kind of like cakey. It doesn't feel that great either now. It does feel like I've actually got something on my face. There is transfer as well. All in all, I'm just a bit like, damn. It started off, you know, all right. Then it got really good after a while, and now I'm like, I'm really not feeling it. And I was really hoping to like this because I know so many people have been loving this recently, but I don't like it. I actually don't like it at all. Obviously, it may work different for other skin types. I'm generally kind of normal, a little bit of oiliness, not really much dry. I'm mostly normal around like the majority of my face, a little bit oily around the T-zone. And most foundations generally do work on me to an extent. And this one did work fine for the first few hours, but I mean, 7 hours in, I've worn foundations for a lot longer than that. I've worn foundations for like 24 hours before, and this really doesn't look great. Bollocks. I think, in all honesty, I will be sticking to the Conceal and Define Concealer. Love that. Just the foundation wasn't really for me. So guys, I really hope some of you found this video helpful, even though it maybe wasn't the most positive of all videos, but you gotta be honest with this sort of thing. If you did enjoy this video, then as always, please do give it a big thumbs up, and also subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time. Also, let me know if you've tried out this foundation. Let me know your thoughts, because like I said, a lot of people seem to love it, so there must be some good things about it. So let everyone know in the comments what your experiences were with it. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.